Good blessed Monday morning, November the 9th, 2020. It's about 11:40 a.m. 2020, time to change, time for the vision. I'd like to greet all human beings all around the world with a universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor religious beliefs may be. Doesn't matter whether you are the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you're the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't even matter whether you are Donald Trump or Joe Biden. I greet all you all with the same universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It don't even matter whether you like me, my YouTube channel, Raymond, Raymond, Ivy. Doesn't even matter whether you like the things I say or do. That's your prerogative. That's your right. God give man a free will. You see what I'm saying? To do right or wrong. It would be your right, God-given right and constitutional right to disagree with me. But it would be wrong in God's eyesight and the right law enforcement official eyesight if you come to physically assault me because of my views. But anyway, y'all, I just want to say, those of us that are still celebrating Joe Biden and Harris's win over the president seat here in the United States, let's not forget the other things that's going on now, especially to my brothers and sisters in Chicago. When I say brothers and sisters, I'm talking about all human beings, those that care. Everybody is not concerned about the black on black and Spanish on Spanish crimes in Chicago and other places. Hey now. I am because I grew up in Chicago. I'm concerned about things that go on here in Charleston, Missouri, and nationwide and across the country. But it's a bigger issue than Joe Biden and Donald Trump. It's a bigger issue than the coronavirus. You know, it's a big issue out there that's not being addressed, y'all. Not being addressed by mass of people like it being when it comes to the coronavirus, when it comes to the president elections or any type of election, when it comes to the Democrats and the Republicans. People give Democrats and Republicans, you see what I'm saying, more credit and more, they even praise them. And you don't suppose ain't nobody worthy of worship nor praise but God. But let me tell you about Chicago. Early this morning on Interstate I-290, which is the Eisenhower Expressway. About 3-something this morning, I believe a 20-year-old was shot on the expressway. That's nothing new that's going on up in Chicago. Let me tell you something else. This past weekend, I think it was 36 people shot, 5 of them killed. And I believe some of the ones that were shot was like teenagers, 14 and 15. That's not nothing new. The week before that, it was 4 people killed and about 24 or 25 people shot in Chicago. And as you go back, the numbers was even higher. My point is, you know, to me, it hasn't made a difference of which president was in there. I don't care what their nationality was. These shooting and killings of black on black crime in all these states here in the United States, it seemed like it became a norm. You see what I'm saying? And what individuals got to do, we got to come together. If this is a new season, this is 2020, a time for a change. Okay, Harris had made history. First black woman, first woman and first Asian to come here and be the president, a vice president of the United States. That's all cool. But let's stop letting it be a norm with these killings in Chicago and other places. You see why some of y'all is still celebrating this election, which is a lot of people that celebrating it ain't going to even be beneficial for you. Me and people down here in Charles, Missouri, it ain't being beneficial for us, no matter who be in there sometime, because it only helps some people. If you a Democrat, it's going to help you. If you a Republican, it's going to help you. You see what I'm saying? But if you are neither, and sometime when you a Democrat and Republican, but you a person like me that don't have ties with the politicians, it's going to be the same old thing. But anyway, y'all, let's pray that some of these murders stop. Let's pray that somebody reaches this president and vice president and try to get it together. Let's try to eliminate it like I'm doing up here on my roof. I'm up here on my roof. I'm finna eliminate these leaves, y'all. You know, they started coming down from the housing authority's tree, but that's all right. And the tree over here, a little bit from my tree here, I can cut much as I can down. But anyway, I'm finna get rid of these. I blew some of them from out of the streets. I'm going to blow these to the ground, get them out of my gutter. Some people say, why don't you just wait till all of them come down? You know, to each his own. I don't wait because, you know, I need to exercise, number one. And then number two, you know, the more you get out, the less sometime the wind going to blow the rest. Y'all see my burn pile. But anyway, y'all, I'm just, you know, coming to y'all, man. Let's see if we can stop this violence in Chicago, y'all. It's really getting bad. And here in Charleston, Missouri, you know, as I talk to a few people, it's a lot of good people here in Charleston, Missouri. But too many people is depending on these same preachers, same leaders. And these same preachers and same leaders, even though they Democrat, they support Republicans, which to each his own. But how is it that we pay taxes here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, and we can't even vote for our mayor? The city council vote for it. City council is always 99.99% white. You see what I'm saying? Most of them well off or big name peoples. You see what I'm saying? Why can't we vote them in? How is it a chief of police, the only one in Southern Illinois where you ain't never changed the chief of police, the same one? Let me tell you how. It's because these sellout blacks, you follow what I'm saying? Working hand in hand. When I say criminals, once upon a time, I was a criminal. Once upon a time, you know, I was in the pen. But some people that have been in the pen, guess what? We come out and we try to make a change. But it's others that don't make a change. And you have these corrupted police run hand in hand with them. And our taxpayers' money, the police and the sheriff departments is not doing the job. So the federal government have to come in and take some out. You see what I'm saying? You know, some felons that carry guns, they carry them because the local, I'm talking about Charles, Missouri, Mississippi County, the local in the county law enforcement officials, it ain't doing the job. All y'all got to do is take a look at some of my YouTube videos and you will see. But I'm going to check on out now, y'all. I'm going to go on ahead and, like I said, try to keep the peace. Praying that Biden and Harris and some of you, especially you black people and Spanish people that help vote on me, and I help vote on them in too. I'm hoping that y'all will exercise y'all rights and authority and y'all power to ask them to come down to little places like this here in Charleston, Missouri, and hear the people side, not these individuals that these politicians down here don't. None of the representatives of the senators here in Charleston, Missouri, and who represent Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, don't none of them come down here and talk to people that's having problems with the authorities here. You know why? Because they represent the farmers. They represent white supremacists. They represent sellout blacks. And they represent these blacks that's got these government programs that's filling their pockets and filling the white supremacist pockets and taking from the black community. Let me show you this here. KFVS 12 and the chief of police And the sheriff here in Mississippi County, KFVS 12, is the only news media that we have here in Southeast Missouri. It's out of Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Now, just a week ago, on the northwest side of town, is on the west side, some blacks was complaining about a house that was full of rats. Some white woman, they said, was feeding the rats on the northwest side, and rats got big, getting in people's cars and things like that. Now she done moved on our side of town when one of these projects. But anyway, the people got to complaining about the rats. And guess what? The news media came. They let the black folks tell them about the infestation of rats. We got an infestation of cats over here. You see what I'm saying? We had infestation of dogs until I had my YouTube on for about 8 days, eight or nine different YouTube videos, and they finally came to get the dogs because the children was going into this is the bus stop, for the school bus stop for the children, and the dogs was chasing them. But yet rats on the other side and at the bus stop, and the news media come down. But when it's shooting and killing in the black neighborhood, the news people don't come down. You know why? Because Robert Hearns, the chief of police, Brent Farrell, the sheriff of Mississippi County here in Charles, Missouri, they ain't going to report that because they ain't solving no crimes. You see what I'm saying? They ain't going to report that. But they'll sure enough report when you do something wrong to one of them. I've been down there 24 years. The only one law enforcement official I ever seen that they came down and arrested, and that was one of the former sheriffs. All the corruption and the wrongdoing that some of these Charles, Missouri Police Department and some of these sheriffs and sheriff deputies is doing here in Charles, Missouri, Mississippi County, you can't get the NAACP or none of these black preachers, 99% of them. They ain't gonna complain about them, but they complain about me. But I'm going to leave for right now. Peace be still.